Good morning, Darren from Shed Life NZ. Welcome to the channel. If you haven't caught up with our previous videos, we're currently on a 3-week holiday in the north of New Zealand. So we've been right up round Cape Reinga at the very top, and we're making our way back down through the Bay of Islands at the moment. So yeah, I thought I'd take you along and show you where we are at the moment. We're staying in the Waitangi Motor camp right down here by the water, which is a really nice spot. So here's our campsite over there. So yeah, basically we're looking straight out onto the estuary here, which yeah, doesn't look too much at the moment because it's low tide, but at high tide it's really nice. I'll show you that a bit later on. So I thought we'd go out for a bit of a wander this morning. We'll just go for a walk across the bridge. Yeah, so straight across the bridge over there is where the Waitangi Treaty grounds are. You might, I don't know whether the camera will pick that up, but you've got the boat there with the two masts, and just to the left of the masts you can see a mast in the background, or a flagpole, sorry. That's where the treaty grounds are, so it's not very far from here. But it's I don't think we'll go there. We've been there before. I think these days they charge you about $25 per person to go, but we're not allowed any dogs on the other side of the bridge, so yeah, we mightn't do that this time. But we do plan to go across to Russell either today or tomorrow, so we'll take you over there. It's a beautiful place, Russell. I really like it over there. Beautiful old buildings, and I think it was one of the first settlements in New Zealand. I can give you a bit of the history of it when we go over, but it's yeah, it's a really nice spot. So I think it's supposed to be reasonably fine today. It's better off the wet grass. It's probably going to be a bit overcast like this, but I don't think it's going to be too bad. So we'll see how we go. Yeah, so this old ship here used to be, I'm pretty sure this used to be like a Kelly Tarleton's shipwreck museum. So a lot of things that were, well, that's what it was called, a lot of things that were found through shipwrecks were in a museum inside there, but it's obviously not being used as that at the moment, so they've obviously moved the collection to somewhere else. It'll be a nice day actually. If it stays this calm, it'll be nice. We arrived yesterday, or sort of late yesterday morning, but it was actually quite windy yesterday, so it wasn't really any good for filming with my microphone, because it would have been rather noisy. I'd like to come out in the kayak over here too, because there's got to be fish in this channel. Might do that this afternoon if it's when the tide comes in. Might have a bit of a snoop around over here. Passing bay there in the middle of the bridge. I thought I'd seen two cars coming across at the same time. Yeah, and that's looking back over to the motor camp over there. So it's a really nice spot actually, right on the water's edge. And then Paihia, the actual township of Paihia, is just up and around that point there at the end. So it's only, I don't know, it might be a couple of kilometres or something away to the actual township of Paihia. And then across the other side of the harbour, over there is where Russell is, so the ferry goes from Paihia Township just basically straight across to Russell. So we'll do that trip either today or tomorrow. It's the oldest pub in New Zealand's over there. I forget the name of it actually. No doubt I'll remember it when I push the stop button. But but yeah, it's a really beautiful old pub, and it's veranda outside, and it's sort of just across the road from the water. So be nice to be over there on a sunny day to go and have some lunch out on the veranda would be nice. But we'll see how we go. So I don't think there's a whole lot over here that I can really show you unless I walk right up to the treaty grounds. But I thought I'd just bring over for a little walk this morning. Yeah, so it's a kiwi habitat, so dogs strictly forbidden. So that's a shame. Rewa would have enjoyed her walk over here. Yeah, so there's probably not a lot I can really show you on the side here. The treaty grounds are obviously up the road, you go up the hill, and then the treaty grounds are in on the right hand side. Yeah, a couple hundred metres up the road there. I don't think I'm going to bother walking that far. I'll head back. But yeah, we're here for 3 nights. Going to stay 3 nights in Paihia, and then we'll make our way down to Whangarei. And I think we'll probably be in Whangarei for a couple of nights. We're hopefully going to stay out at a place called Manganese Point. It's a NZMCA park there, right out next to the water, which will be really nice. But we'll just see how it goes. I think it's not a very big camp, so I think it does get filled up quite quickly. It's pretty popular. Yeah, so the plan is anyway to go to Whangarei for a couple of days, a couple of nights, and then we'll start heading home. So we'll try and get south of Auckland somewhere for a night, and then the rest of the way home. So yeah. So we've decided that we will go over to Russell today. So so what we're going to do, we're going to try out the quarter acre pot again. So Shelly's just going to make up a chicken curry, and then that can be finishing off cooking while we're over in Russell for the day. So it'll be interesting to try out. So we'll take you through what she's doing.
Well, good morning, Shed Life followers. So we thought we might try another recipe in the quarter-acre pot. I've got some chicken thighs in here, bone in. It's got the thigh bone through the middle. So basically I've just browned those, cut up some onion, chunky, and some kumara. It says sweet potato, but so you could either use kumara or sweet potato. And we've got this creamy chicken curry slow cooker recipe. So basically it says coconut milk, so can of coconut milk, in with the recipe mix. And then tomato paste, it says about 1/4 cup. And
yeah, it's about half a cup.
1/4 cup. Give it a bit of a mix up. So basically I've browned off the chicken, put in the sweet potato and the onions already, just making up the sauce. And then that goes in over the top. Now when using these quarter-acre pots, they always tell you to leave the handle raised high, because it gets very hot. If you have it down beside the side of the pan, it just gets too hot. So okay, right, here we are back again. So what we decided after the last time we cooked, because there's quite a lot of room in the top from what you've got in there, a lot of space,
And there's only 2 of us.
and there's only 2 of us. If you're doing a huge big family or a big, you know, cooker, then fair enough. But you know, we're only probably using about maybe half of the thing, and there's a lot of space wasted. That we would use the small one, maybe fill it up with some boiling water, and then put that in the top as normal, and just see how that goes. So let's switch this all off and put it all together. So it's been cooking away. It goes in.
It certainly looks pretty good, doesn't it?
This goes in on top. And then the lid. Shut it all
Close
up.
it all up.
Close it up and see what happens this afternoon when we get back.
So yeah, so this is Paihia. There's some nice little cafes and souvenir shops and things around the place, which is nice. We had a nice pizza out the front here yesterday for lunch, which was pretty good. And they were great actually. They let Rewa sort of sit in there with us, and they even bought her out a bowl of water, so that was really cool. Let's see if I can see the place when we get up here.
Sit. Sit. Good girl. Good girl.
Oh, so this is a bit of an overlook of where we are. Bay of Islands. So we're here in Paihia at the moment. Yeah, and that was the pizza place over there, Pizza Shack. That's where we had lunch yesterday, which was pretty good. Oh, looks like a classic car show over there today too. Cool. We'll head down and see what time the ferry's going. So there's several different cruises and things you can do around here too. You can take a fast boat out to what they call a hole in the wall, or hole in the rock, or whatever they call it. Hole in the rock, I think. Which is a really awesome trip actually. We've done that one a few years ago, last time we were up this way. And there's the cream trip, I think it's called, which is a boat that goes out to the old to all the islands. It's like the old cream run for delivering milk or picking up milk or whatever it was. And they also do the mail run as well on that same trip. So yeah, and there's parasailing obviously, and what have you. So quite a bit to do around here. Yeah, so this is on the ferry heading over to Russell, and I think these go about every 20 minutes, and you can take any ferry you like on the way back. So yeah, it's a nice day actually. There's no wind, and it is starting to warm up, so I might have to take a layer off yet. Yeah, beautiful. This is Rewa's first trip on a boat, so yeah, she's coping with that all right. Smiley dog. There's obviously some people fishing over here too. Any luck? Coming into beautiful Russell. Boats in here too. Wow, very nice. Pub there. I think it's called the Duke of Marlborough. I'll check on that one. You can see how deep it is, just straight off the shore. It just goes straight down basically. So you don't get any big waves or anything here. It's just nice. It always seems to be nice and calm over in Russell. And often this is just absolute mirror glassy calm. Beautiful spot. So I'll give you a bit of brief history on Russell. Basically before the arrival of Europeans, the Maori inhabited this area because of the climate and abundance of food and the fertile soils, etc. So it was really well liked by the Maori. And then when the Europeans arrived, the Maori quickly recognised that there were great advantages in trading with the new strangers, and so they offered food and timber, etc. To the Europeans, and what they wanted in return was respect, firearms, alcohol and other European sort of goods. So but yeah, as things turned out, this was actually, it ended up being called the hellhole of the South, I think. Because along with all those things came oh no, it was the hellhole of the Pacific it was called, that's right. Because along with all the good things, the bad things came along with it as well, like prostitution and gambling and fighting on the beach and all the rest of the you know, the usual sort of things. So yeah. Yeah, and so the first sort of European ships started coming here in the 1800s. In 1840, the Christchurch Governor Hobson began the Treaty of Waitangi. And the treaty grounds are basically straight opposite this, basically sort of where we're camped at the moment. That wind's probably going to affect this microphone, but basically straight over there, you can see, well, you probably can't with this camera, but that's the treaty ground straight opposite there. There really is some beautiful old buildings here in Russell. This is a, it's his private property now too. Well, historic house was designed, yeah, 1860s. Became a police station. Wow.
Is that a pig?
It's a big old tree, isn't it?
It's got some sort of berries on it.
Yeah. Wow. Well, that wind's obviously starting up again like it did yesterday, so that's probably going to muck up some of the recordings today, but not much I can do about it, unfortunately. Another stunning old house, isn't it? 1889. Wow. I'm trying to read that, Rewa. I'm out of the way. Good girl. Isn't that a beautiful house? Wow. And so that's looking at the back of the Duke of Marlborough Hotel there. Isn't that stunning? I think it was built in 1827. Very cool.
that's the seat that we're talking about. Made out of the bricks on the chimney
Oh.
on this bit of land.
Awesome. Shame it's so windy today. I know the last time we came over here it was so calm, the water was like a mirror. Look at that beautiful house up there. Surely there can't be, it must be a lodge or something, is it? Or it's a blooming big house if it's a house. I don't think there's much else around here. No. We'll go back the way we came and we'll go and have a cup of coffee and something to eat somewhere, I think. But we might have to pick something further over on the back street out of the wind rather than the Duke of Marlborough, unfortunately. We've got Rewa with us, so we can't obviously go inside somewhere, so we need to be sitting outside on the street, so never mind.
Okay, good evening Shed Life followers. So after a day of cooking the chicken curry in the quarter acre pot, what I've done is I've opened it up and I've added some plain yogurt. You just need to add a small pot of plain yogurt. This is 180 grams, that's plenty. Give it a stir in, and let's see what it looks like. Yeah, it's pretty good. And so just some boiled rice. We just do the Uncle Ben's boil in the bag rice. some veggies, because you've got to have your veggies, and chicken thighs. Oh, look at that, with some of the kumara. Lovely. And some of that good sauce. Brilliant. Right, we'll see how that goes. Tastes pretty good. Okay.
Time for the taste test.
Time for the taste test. Kumara cooked perfectly. Oh, look at that. Chicken just falling off the bone. Absolutely beautiful.
Good. All right.
Thumbs up.
So this is a bit better look of the harbour when the tide's in. Certainly looks a lot nicer, doesn't it? Oh well, I'll finish this video up. Thanks a lot for coming along on this part of the trip. We didn't actually do a whole lot today. We just sort of had a really relaxing day this morning, had a late breakfast, and then just went fishing this afternoon. And I was going to take the kayak out, but as you can see it's still quite windy, and it was worse earlier on. So yeah, it wouldn't have been all that nice out there being blown around, so we decided to go fishing on the other side, where the ship there is, just over the other side of the road there. It's sheltered on that side, so we went over there, and yeah, Shelly got us a couple of nice snapper for dinner, so we'll fillet those up, and yeah, beer battered fish and chips or something like that for dinner will be pretty good. Yeah, so thanks for coming along on this trip. Tomorrow we're off to Whangarei, and we'll have probably 2 or 3 days in Whangarei, I'm not sure yet. And then we'll start heading back home, making our way down that way. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and give us a thumbs up. It'd be great. And yeah, I'll put some pictures of Shelly's fish sort of there somewhere. Yeah, so I guess we'll see you in the next one. Okay, see ya.